What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb? So, about a week ago, at the time of recording, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Remaster was announced. And so was Shin Megami Tensei 5, coming out literally within a couple days of each other, a couple weeks even, actually. And I think that's the dumbest thing of all time. I think it's stupid that Shin Megami Tensei 3 is going to be on the PlayStation 4 for the remaster and Switch. I just feel like that's stupid, because here's the thing. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Remaster is going to be a big deal, but Shin Megami Tensei 5 is even bigger. So what's the point? Because here's what's going to happen. Shin Megami Tensei 3 is going to come out on PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. Let's say it comes out in March of next year. It's going to be a big, long game. If you've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game before, they are very, very long. You're not going to finish that game in a week, 2 weeks, or even a month. It's going to take you a couple months, just like it would Persona 5, unless you just binge it every single day like a crazy person. So let's say you do that. By the time, 2 months later comes around, you've done binge the heck out of the game. You have finished it, but you're not going to want to play Shin Megami Tensei 5 immediately. You're going to be kind of burnt out. It's kind of like playing the entirety of the Yakuza collection and then releasing Yakuza 7 the next day. That's pretty much what happens with this, because it's just kind of dumb, because people aren't going to want to buy that. People aren't going to want to play that. Like, what should have happened is the same route that they did with Persona, okay? So Persona 5 Royale, unless you're talking about the localization, came out in December of 2019. But fast forward a couple months, Persona 5 Scramble came out. That gave you more than enough time to have finished Persona 5 Royale and just be ready to go for the next Persona game. But with Shin Megami Tensei 3 and Shin Megami Tensei 5 coming out within weeks of each other, that is a very, very bad idea. A bad decision on Atlus's part, a bad, allowance on Sega's part. So it just makes you wonder, what exactly are they thinking by doing that? And if they do that, how is that going to pan out sales-wise? Now, Shin Megami Tensei and Persona are huge right now. They are in a huge boom. Shin Megami Tensei, the entire collection, is actually among the most expensive games in my collection right now. But I don't understand how, with those games being so long, that you're going to be able to actively and confidently release two of the games in the same series back to back. And that's not even including the fact that Persona 5 Scramble is going to come out literally within that same time period. But you know what makes it even more dumb for releasing this game on the PlayStation 4? The PlayStation 5 is going to be out. I understand releasing it on Switch right now, but don't do it on PlayStation 4. That's dumb. Delay it on PlayStation and put an RTX remaster on it. Put a beautiful RTX remaster. We don't need that in HD. We don't need that. That's kind of going to be boring in 2021 when every single game is looking like real life with the perfect RTX and lighting. And then we have Shin Megami Tensei 3 looking like a PlayStation 2 game being up-res. That's kind of silly to me. Just do an RTX remaster. And not only will it sell it significantly better, but whatever the next Persona 5 spinoff is going to be, you're already going to have the Persona Shin Megami Tensei fan base moved onto the PlayStation 5. So then when that Persona game comes out, boom, that's a huge audience already right there. Persona 5 is selling millions and millions of copies. That's something no Shin Megami Tensei Persona game has ever done before. And a large part of it, I would say, is because of the Yakuza series. I've been playing Yakuza my entire life pretty much, since the first time I saw it at a rental place in 2005. That was my first experience with the Yakuza games. And ever since then, it's just been going up and up and up and up. And now, Persona and Shin Megami Tensei is on the same uprise. I could see these literally being huge if they were to delay it and do an RTX remaster. Because think about it, there's not going to really be a lot of big games on PlayStation 5 year one. And then if you had Shin Megami Tensei 3 RTX remaster there, that is a huge profit, because Sony is going to promote your game to everybody. That is going to be the game to buy a PlayStation 5 for. But instead, they're putting Shin Megami Tensei 3 on PlayStation 4. And it's even dumber because not every single game on the PlayStation 4 is going to be backwards compatible. Only select hand-picked games are going to be backwards compatible on the PlayStation 5. So that even makes it even more dumb. So what's going to happen is our great PlayStation, the great hero that he was, is going to be put back in his box. And then Shin Megami Tensei 3 is going to come out. We're going to have to put him out of the box, put him back here, and the PlayStation 5, where are we going to put it? Next to the Switch, next to the skateboard and the windowsill, where are we going to put it? We have limited room and limited area space for our PlayStations, okay? And what even is stupider is not even a word, that's how stupid this is. Persona 5 and Shin Megami Tensei 5 are literally gonna blow up the Japanese scene. There is another Persona 5 Scramble, which is gonna be the localization that is gonna come out around the time of Shin Megami Tensei 5. There's gonna be the Battle of the Fives, and it's just gonna make no sense at the end of the day with those two games competing against each other. And then the Persona 5 Scramble competing against Shin Megami Tensei 5, and then Yakuza 7 PlayStation 5 RTX Remaster competing with all of that. It is gonna be a mess for Sega and Atlus. I just don't understand what they are doing, but it's not my place to question it, because if I ever work for them, which I don't know if I will, but living in the great is a possibility, and it drives me insane looking at how a lot of these studios are marketing and doing their stuff. Half of the time, it doesn't even make sense what they're doing. And the other half of the time that it does make sense, they are doing it at the worst possible times they could. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Persona 5, December 7th, 2019, imported in time for Christmas. It came like a month and a half later. Terrible timing on your part, Sega Atlus. But my rant is over. Do you agree with my rant? Do you think it's okay for this game to come out the way it is, or do you think it should have been delayed for a PlayStation 5 RTX Remaster? And with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Try not to die, and I'll see you in the next video.